Everyone. Today I have something a little different. I think it's going to be fun. I'm going to go over my 8 first Arena Direct runs. For those of you who don't know what Arena Direct is, it's a tournament on Arena, MTG Arena, where you can buy in with gems. These runs were 6,000 gems a piece, so around like $30. And you can win boxes. You can win real booster boxes. They send them to you in your, wherever you live. I actually got 11 booster boxes last time they had it in Final Fantasy. So it did quite well, and it's fun. It is really high variance. It's sealed deck best of one, and some people think sealed is not very skill intensive, and I think that's wrong. I do think maybe this format is a little less skill intensive than usual because you're pretty much limited to two color decks most of the time, and there's no common dual land. Sometimes you have two colors, you don't have enough cards in these two colors, so sometimes the choice kind of makes the choice are kind of made for you in some ways, but it's really fun. It's high highs, low lows. I definitely get kind of heated and salty when I play these, so pretty funny. But yeah, I'm gonna get into my first build. I don't have the exact stats of what you need your win rate to be for them to be profitable. You start winning prizes at 3 wins this time around, and then if you get 7 wins before you get your second loss, you win a collector booster box of Edge of Eternity. So that was my very first build. What I did is I went back and I took screenshots from my stream. I decided to go was red black. I had not the greatest curve, but a decent bit of removal, decent bit of card advantage. You see the 2 circuit feeder at the top of the curve. That card's pretty strong. It's the one that can give a plus X plus so to one of your creatures, plus so minus X to one of their creatures, depending on how many artifacts you have. But maybe not the best deck for them. Overall, I've had pretty medium experiences with red black in draft, but the stats on 17 lands are decent for it. You see, I have the Nova Hellkite, some good top end, decent commons. Virus Beetle, which is the artifact Ravenous Rats. That card is one of the best commons. So yeah, and kind of quick game every time um, you might want to guess. Maybe I'll use the mouse and point out at the cards. That might be better. But yeah, if you want to take a guess on how many wins I got with each deck. Um, so yeah, I had good removal, right? I depressurized trajectory, little card advantage. Gravepack Monos is a 2/1 that gives you a robo when it dies. Scrounge for Eternity, I probably should have not played. That card's pretty weak. I should have maybe played the heavy, just gonna be a 4/4 depth touch for 4 most of the time. So yeah, I was not super excited about it. I don't remember exactly what else I had in this pool, but it does look like my white was maybe okay. Maybe it was a little light. I did have Halia. I did have 2 really good rares in white and the Lightsmith and 2 boosters. So it was my first sealed. How many white cards is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This card's really bad. The 2, 4, 8, 9. Maybe I was just slow on playables. As I said, sometimes the choices are made for you. It's hard to like play even color free mana, etc. But yeah, if you guessed 0 wins, 0-2, you were right. I went a quick 0-2 was my first try, so I was quickly down 6,000 gems. Run number 2, completely different colors this time. I went with blue, white. You can see I don't have much left in my sideboard. I did get Halia again. I decided not to play Scout for Survivors because it's only really good was my free drops. I didn't have a lot of 1s and 2s, so You see, I basically played almost all my playables. I played one of my jammers. Maybe I should have played a second one. I think I ended up boarding in the second one over boosters because my deck was really clunky. I had like a lot of card advantage. I have two of the shepherds. That card's the one that gets the planes or the one drop, the warp card. It's so good. It's even played in modern. Two of these, two relics. At the reclaimer, that's a rare that brings back a permanent. So tons of card advantage, Halia. And I would say my key card was Tractor Beam. And yeah, again, let's see a quick mental note. How many wins do you think I got was that deck? You see the curve is a little awkward, not a ton of twos. I mean, I guess Shepherd is a two, so that's not true. And I have two Night Limerary, so never mind. I have a lot of twos. Must have the Storm's really strong top end too. Add the Hound too, the Code Cracker Hound. That's a 2/1 war. That card's really strong. So yeah, kind of trying to show you how I'll be able to seal decks. Obviously, maybe next time I'll try to prepare it a bit better and maybe record as I'm going, like a bit, like record the bit while I'm streaming and have it ready. Maybe I'll do that because I'm gonna play more Arena Direct today, I think, and maybe I'll try to record like kind of a 1 minute deck tech at the end of each deck building, just specifically for the YouTube, and do the same thing tomorrow. But yeah, I actually went on a run with this deck. I fell short. I fell 1 win short. I got 6 wins. So yeah, 6-2. Lost pretty close one, but didn't quite get there. Run number 3. I've got another red-black deck. I thought that one was much better than the first one. 4 mechans, pretty cool. I had the Mutinous Massacre. That's the one where you choose odd or even. You sack one of the... Every creature dies. That's like let's say you pick odd. Every odd creature dies, and then you gain control of every even creature until end of turn, and they gain haste. I had the Grave Digger at uncommon. That card was phenomenal for me. I had good curve. I've kind of dummies. You see the 2 heavies. That's a 4/4 Death Touch when you have an artifact, the 4/5 reach. But these cards were solid for me. So good red-black deck. Lots of removal, bit of card advantage. 4 mechans for the late game as a mana sink. And I did better than the first red-black deck. If you guessed 3 wins, you were right. So still like pretty mediocre. I think I ran a little bad, but yeah, red-black just not doing it for me. In draft, I've had like pretty bad results. 2 seal pulls so far, so probably stay away from red-black at this point, but who knows, maybe it's just result-oriented. That's my... what are we on right now? We're on run number 4. And you see on the right, I was keeping track of the gems and, kind of keeping myself honest and stuff. So I think counting this by now I'm down on gems, but and still 0 boxes obviously. So I open another blue-white pool. No bombs really this time. I have the Starwinder. The Starwinder is a 7/7 that you can warp for 4, and that says when you deal damage, you may draw cards. As much as the damage you deal. So if you curve out and you warp it on 4, you can potentially draw like 4 or 5 cards off it. So it can be really, really good. My curve is okay. I have 3 Relic, which is the best blue common. I have some removal. I have 2 Banishing Light. I guess not a ton of removal. And just good curve. Not the most exciting deck. But yeah, that one didn't go very well. I don't really remember how the games went, but yeah, I only got 1 win, was that one. So not the best. Up next was one of the more interesting pools I had. I Um, I ended up going Naya. I also had two Banishing Lights in my sideboard. I could have played a Plains and added the two Banishing Lights. I ended up playing 18 lands, playing red-green. I have, splashing blue for free kind of bomb on commons, the Hound, the Engineer, and the Mouth. Um, the Fungal Colossus, really nice in my deck, was all the different lands. I had a ton of late game mana sinks. I have the Engineer, I have the Scroll that I can sack. I have the Brontor, which is the landfall 6/6 that lets you, exile cards and play spells. I have the red Station Land, which sacks your lands to make 2/2s. So yeah, tons of mana sink. I think I misbuilt the deck at first. I played the Remnant Elemental, that's the 0/4 reach that gets +2/+. So when you landfall, I think I should have just played the second Stinger. I end up making that swap at some point. And we got in an argument was one of my friends because he wanted me to play the Scroll, and I was all skeptical. And somehow, I think the Scroll is probably a fine card, but somehow if it was land number 19, I think it ended up costing me the 2 games I lost basically. And I only went 1-2 was that deck. I was pretty disappointed. I thought that deck was really powerful. And the games were just super frustrating. So yeah, that one was a little tough. So at this point, I'm like not doing so well. I'm 5 runs in, and I open an interesting pool. So for that one, not only are you gonna have to guess how many wins I got, but you're also gonna have to guess which deck I went to. So I had 2 options. I had this white-green deck. You see, I opened the Hive pool. That card is really nice top end. Even though it is slow sometimes because you play it and it doesn't impact the boards. So you need to not be too far behind. But yeah, basically the green-white version had Uroboroid, which is I think maybe the best rare in the set. Win percentage wise, it's obscene. You play it has an impact directly, and if you untap once with it, you usually win. You see, I have a good curve, not the most exciting creatures. Triple Stinger is like nothing amazing, but good 2 drops, good curve, some removal. The Growth Strider is a really good creature, and I didn't love that I had a lot of 4s and not the best 4s, but Ouroboros is super nasty, and I've had it once, and yeah, I mean it's as good as you think it is. And then the next build, the other build I had the choice was like blue black, no quote unquote bombs, but it does have Felgrave Ship, which is the spacecraft that mails free. You get back a creature, it turns into a 3/2 lifelink. That card is super strong. I've had it once or twice in draft already. I have a great curve. I have like Sentry, which is a 4/1 defender. That card's really good. It's much better than it looks because it helps you crew stations. And then the 1/1 Death Touch, I have like some removal. I have Depressurize. I really don't have a ton of removal, but I do have a Depressurize and 2 Lost in Space. I have a Relic. Consult the star charts. Can win you the game in the late game, even if you cast it on turn 4. That's a huge boon. So a double Scanship, draw 2, discard 1, turns into a 4/4 flying. Really good card. So yeah, I guess my question is, which build do you think I went with? I ended up actually going was the blue-black deck. I just didn't want to be all in on Ouroboros, and I just really like the power level of this blue-black deck. I felt like this is what you want in Sealed. Some removal, tons of card advantage, great curve, no bad cards, just all cards. I think in hindsight, maybe the Whale was not the greatest. Maybe I should have played I don't know if that was my end build. I think it was. think the whale is kind of mid. Maybe it should have been a sentinel. I think the sentinel's not very good, but when you have so many spacecraft, it might be decent, and it's like slightly lower curve. But yeah, I went with blue black, and did I regret it? I guess I did not regret it because I got my first box. Honestly, pretty smooth 7-0. I don't think I mean, I'm sure some of the games were kind of close, but I think maybe I misclicked one of the games or I misplayed, and but yeah, it was a really good deck. And overall, I feel like blue black's been I've been losing to blue black a decent bit. Um, yeah, just strong deck. So we're finally out of the hole. Not sure how much a box of, let's see, collector box EOE MTG. From price 300 euros. All right. So what are we like? Yeah, up very like up a couple €100 or so at this point. So not bad. And next up, I opened another really, really strong pool. I have the Seriema. I can tutor for Sammy and Driadrin. I have 0 Point Ballad as a splash too. I'm white green, splashing a couple red cards and a black cards. I have a great curve. I have a lot of fixing with Wayfarer, the Scrapbot, the Scoutlander is a station that you sack a land, you get two, or you sack a lander, you get two lands. The Godmaw, a literal god tier uncommon. So really excited about that one. The build was kind of tricky. I started as white green, then I was like, oh, I should probably splash black for the ballad and some removal. You see I have a Graph Kill in my sideboard as well as the Convoke one. But I thought the red card, I think Plunge is kind of a better removal spell anyways than the black ones, and I think having the second legend and the synergy with Seriema was just totally worth it. So when it was red, ended up adding black, and then after a game or two, I ended up cutting the black. It's not that I drew it and it lost me a game, but I just felt like, first of all, I looked up the stats on 17 lands, and the stats were actually not that amazing. They were good, but not amazing. And I feel like if you're adding a color, adding a splash, you need a card that's really just going to be great. And sometimes you're going to draw that. You're going to be like 2 on life, and you're going to die to the life loss. You can't even going to be able to cast it. Sometimes you're going to draw the swamp. It's going to lose you the game because it's not, a plains or a forest or whatever. Sometimes you're going to draw the ballad without a swamp, and you're going to lose because you're one spell short. So it's close, though. I think it's really close. It was maybe a mistake. I think having the ballad in my deck probably would have been fine. And again, I'm going to let you guess how many wins you think I got with that deck. And did it play out as well as it looked? And the answer was yes, I did get 7 wins again. I actually think I almost didn't get there. I misclicked. I was 6-0, and I had a turn where I tried to tap the Scoutlander to my Pollinator. So I tried to float a mana with the Pollinator, tapping the Scoutlander, but I ended up stationing for 1 power. So it was like turn 4 or 5. So I wasted 3 mana. I was not able to cast Diplomatic Relations to kill one of their creatures. And then it was just like, I basically time walked myself. It was almost a time walk. It was really brutal. I almost ended up winning that game. So I was like, oh man, if this is how it breaks, it's gonna be rough. But we got to win 7. It was pretty close one. So at this point, I'm like way in the green, was 2 boxes and 7 tries, and I had time for one more run. And I opened another super strong pool, and it was another one of these pools where I had the choice. That was my white green build. Good curve. Diadrin. Not as many synergies as I had last time. If you look at my last Diadrin deck, I had, um, let's see. Why was it so good in that deck? I remember it being really good. Am I being silly? Oh, I had the Trooper to put counters. I had thought I had way more ways to put counters and value out of it. Oh, I had an Enhancer. The Agron gets counter. Oh, I had Fate Maker. Thought I had more. Botanist. Never mind. Okay. Maybe I'm getting things mixed up. Maybe that's the one where I had a lot. So, yeah, just a really good curve. 2 C-chip impacts. That's a naturalize that gets you a lander if you kill a creature that costs 2 or less. I have All Fate Stalker, which is top on common. Another card that sees plays in Modern. 2 relations of Banishing Line. Does great deck the Vestige. I feel like you play Vestige on curve. It feels like it's really hard to lose the game. You draw a card, you put something in play, you have it chilling there for turn 6. Add the Hive Pool again. Problem with that deck is that it's 8 and 8, white green. You know, you can follow behind. It's not the most consistent. It doesn't have cantrips. You don't really want to play 18 lands, but maybe I should have. I guess I'm kind of giving it away, but yeah, it's hard to build. I do have the Starforge as a mana sink. That card's nice. And my other build was this blue-black deck, which looks really good too. You know, cheap removal, decent curve. I was worried that I would draw a little awkwardly with the Mechan. I mean, I do have Nutrient Block and Relic, but I don't know. For some reason, I wasn't as excited. Maybe I should have been. The Sathera, the Super Void, looks really good, but I actually like the stats say it's like a good card, but not a broken rare. But yeah, still solid deck. I have 2 Trajectory for removal. I have Tractor Beam. I have the Mythic Enchantment. What I like about the blue-black deck is it draws a lot of cards, so I'm more likely to draw my Vestige and my Hive Pool on curve. And, you know, as you can maybe tell, I decided to go with the white-green build again. And I'll let you guess how that went for me. The answer is not that great. I only went 3 and 2. I do think I ran extremely bad. I did get like mana screwed a lot, got stuck on Freeland one game. I like kept a Freelander, had Vestige, and drew my first land on turn like 6 or 7, something silly, and I almost came back. I had a bunch of really bad draws, close losses. So it's not clear, but in hindsight, I would definitely go with blue black. And I guess when I play more today, I'm gonna be leaning towards, you know, if I have these choices again, probably would go as the blue black deck. It's tough though. The so many good cards. I have like good curve, no bad cards, no fillers. That one, the blue black, I felt like I might draw, you know, all my awkward cards together, and my draws might not do much. But yeah, not too sure what you would have done or why you would have gone was. But yeah, let me know in the comment like if you have any questions about Seal Deck, you know, how you did on your guesses, and if you would have picked that blue-black deck, or if you thought I made the right choice, it was the white-green deck. What about the first time around, when I actually did pick the blue-black deck and it worked out? You know, maybe I should have. It's kind of funny, right? I had the choice of blue-black versus white-green, and I picked blue-black, kind of despite having the best friend in the format in Uruboid, and it worked out for me, and maybe I should have learned a lesson. But yeah, let me know I guess if you made it this far, you probably did enjoy the video and found it interesting. I'll try to maybe, as I go, I'll probably get a little better at planning things ahead and having slightly better editing and whatnot. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Give me some feedback, and I hope you all have a great day. Good luck if you're playing in Arena Direct yourself. It does go fast. It is like kind of a frustrating format, so beware. It's pretty expensive, but it is also a lot of fun, and there's that little like yeah, just high highs, low lows, the best of one structure, the sealed deck structure, but I guess I'm lucky enough. I think I'm pretty profitable in these, so I can play them without feeling too bad, and I stream for a living. But maybe keep just kind of PSA seal deck, a random factor, etc. All right, enough ranting. Hope you all have a great day, and I'll see y'all later. Take care.